Dick cheese. Dick cheese. Dick cheese. Dick cheese. My dick. My dick. My massive dick. I don't know if that's gonna sound. I don't know if that's gonna sound. There's a little bit of. I hate not to be able to test this. How could I do this? How could I do this and make sure? Okay, so it says mute microphone and save highlight. So there's a new feature here that I'm not familiar with. But, okay, so sound is good. That's good. Because here I'm testing out this little microphone, this little hot microphone, which leaves my hands empty, right? So right now I could do things with my hands. Like, for example, I could come all the way here. I don't know if this still hears me. I could come all the way here and do one of these. I could do one of these, right? Look at this. I couldn't do this before because I had a microphone in my hand. So now I could do, I don't know, what do virgins do? Let's see how this looks. Let's see how this, I fucked that up. I fucked that up. I fucked that up. Hold up, stop. I could do this. I could do some virginity here. I could do some virginity here, right? There you go. That's some virginity. I hate being not as talented as any of these fucking kids that I see on Instagram that are literally half my age, literally and possibly a fraction of my age, do things that I'll never be able to do with playing cards, even though I've been doing fucking Magic for fucking 20 years. That's what I love about Magic. So I thought, hey, you know what? I do a little bit of a hot live stream. Why not make a little bit of breakfast for myself and do a little bit of a hot live stream? See what's going on with the Pigcake community. See what's going on here. All right, in the Pigcake comment section while I'm doing this little bit of a thing. Make some content because Gary Vee told me that I need to make at least 1,017 bits of content every day. And this counts as content. This counts as content. Why? Because I'm not talking about anything that's going on in the world. So this is evergreen, which means that it could be played at any point in time in history and it's still going to be viewable. Let's see what else would make this content. It's entertaining because I'm pretty entertaining, right? So there's replayability. There's its length, so it's going to be a lengthy video, right? So there are many things that contribute to my my attempts to trick YouTube into thinking that this channel is a good channel. But apart from that, I thought, hey, let's do a live stream. Let's do a live stream and let's make this happen. So what's this? How are you after the defeats? Oh, the defeat. See, that takes away from the evergreen nature of the content, right? Of the evergreen nature of the content. Because if I talk about any sort of defeat and talk about all the fat lesbians that I saw outside the Freedom Tower, which is ironic with signs, but that's not here nor there. All right, that's fine. That's okay. All right, there are things happening in the background, I'm sure, that might mitigate that. But either way, look, we're here. We're queer. We're all as one nation. All right, we're one nation under God, indivisible. Okay, or whatever it is. I think that's what is that not what he said? One nature. What you know what I'm talking about, right? Is that not the quote that Biden said? Because he doesn't know our own fucking Pledge of Allegiance. Either way, that's fine. Okay, it's fine. I'm happy. I'm in a happy place right now. All right, I'm not in an unhappy place. I'm not driving by my Cuban coffee shop and seeing a bunch of chubby college-age lesbians. College-age lesbians talking about how they're for freedom while wearing Che Guevara shirts. I'm not upset about that. All right, I'm not upset about that. I'm not upset at all that I see girls that are 18 talking about being oppressed, even though the only oppression they've ever had is having a failing grade in third period history. That's the only oppression they've ever faced. I love that. That's nothing. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Okay? I'm not upset. I'm sorry. This comment section is terrible. Big echo. There's no fucking echo. All right. The only thing that I hate though is that I'm here and the camera's here. So I wish the camera was here so it would look like I'm looking at the screen. I know that the iPhones have that as a feature now. I don't know if you've seen this, but iPhones have that where on FaceTime, I think I could be looking at me, but then it moves my eyes, right? It moves my eyes, I think, towards the thing. There you go. Corn Pop said it right. He said, you know, the thing. You know the thing, all right? I pledge allegiance to the thing. So that's fine. Again, listen, there's nothing wrong, all right, with having a president who picked a vice presidential candidate based on the fact that she's a black woman. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? There's everything wrong with an orange Dorito president. Okay, sorry, I think I put this butter for too long. There's everything wrong with an orange looking president, all right? Saying racist and xenophobic things. That's where we have the bad part. That's the bad one, all right? Not that we're going to have Kamala Harris as president for the next fucking 4 years. That's not the problem, okay? I think the mic on your 4A is messed up. Is it messed up? Because I don't trust trolls here. Initially, when I first started this, they said that it sounded good. So I don't believe you, all right? 2 people said that. Whereas you're now one person who's historically been a troll, all right? So fuck off, as the Brits say, right here, look, right here. This is how the Brits do it. Could you imagine? I do this all the time when I say like, hey man, deuces, right? I do this to people. And then in the UK, that would be an insult. That would be like I stepped on somebody's mother, you know? Like I spat in the inside of somebody's mother's mouth. So I'm just making eggs and arepas. That's all I'm making. I'm making eggs and arepas here. Why? Because I come from a family of immigrants, and this is what I eat. Although here's a gross part. I don't know if people do this, but here's a gross part. This is from yesterday. This is some Chick-fil-A from fucking yesterday that's been in my fridge, and I haven't touched it yet. I plan to cook it and eat it, which is going to be nasty because, well, bread doesn't hold up well in the fridge. But, you know, that's the way I do things, all right? Protein is protein. And when you're trying to get the gains, when you're... I hate how short this makes me look. When you're trying to get the gains, okay, you got to do whatever it is you got to do, okay? So what's this one here? You know why on a war between France and England they used to cut off... yeah, I heard that one. And then this one, too, is what they used to cut off from the archers, which is why this is an insult here. And that, I guess, is an insult over there, depending on their technique, right? I heard that Cubans voted for Trump because you envy whiteness. Yeah. Yeah, I know the person who said that on Twitter. I know the person that said that on Twitter. And she has a lot of problems on her own, which is quite funny, that she would say that Cubans envy whiteness. No, the reason Cubans vote for Trump or vote for right historically is because Castro, essentially. It's because of fucking Castro. And they don't like seeing college-age lesbians wearing Che Guevara shirts and talking about equality and peace when they've already dealt with that sort of thing in their home country. So that's why they typically vote for it. Also, the Cuban Missile Crisis, that didn't help out. There's a bunch of stuff that led up to that, but it's quite interesting. You got any hobbies or interests apart from magic? No. I mean, yes. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I like chubby lesbians. Does that count? I like chubby lesbians. I like jogging. Jogging is fun, right? Jogging is pretty fun. I mean, I like magic tricks, unfortunately, right? Magic tricks is the big one. I wonder how many blokes Masvidal has choked out this weekend. Yeah, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Everybody likes him until he starts talking about his political affiliation. That's the part that I find quite funny. They're like, oh, he's just trying to be white. What? What? I'm not going to talk politics, okay? If I talk politics, I'm going to start sounding like Alex Jones. I'm going to come out here and start saying things about the frogs turning gay. So I'd rather not, okay? I'd rather not speak on, again, all the chubby old dumbasses that I saw in front of the Freedom Tower. I'm not going to talk about politics, okay? He likes ranting. He's pretty good at it too. That's funny. Yeah, ranting is good. I like to rant. But I'm not an angry guy, okay? A lot of people say, hey man, you're a short little angry man. That's not the case. I'm a very pacifist individual, all right? I have my hobbies. I enjoy my magic tricks, okay? I enjoy here's another hobby. I enjoy not shooting up schools. That's one, right? I practice not shooting up schools, of which I want to do all the time. Okay, I want to do it all the time, but I don't do it. And where's my award for that, huh? Where's my award for that? I don't get an award for not actively going out and shooting up a school, even though I want to, because of my anger from fucking stupid people. Let's see. I'm joining all the way from India for this crap. Quite retarded. Yes. Yes, definitely quite retarded because anybody that can be doing anything else and chooses to watch me is, I would say, definitely on the fucking spectrum. 100% on the spectrum. I apologize for the, I'm sure, disgusting sound that just emanated there. Let's see this one, DJ Magnum 33 in the house. What the fuck does that even mean? Democrats turned the frogs gay. That's funny. What is it that he specifically said? Turn the frogs gay. I know that it was an ingredient. I saw a video on it that some guy made recently about studies about that and how his studies proved it, but then other studies didn't prove that. But then it found out that it was a whole weird scam in that particular in that business. It was a scam that they were trying to get money for studies that were essentially amounting to nothing. So it was a very interesting thing. I think the name of the YouTuber was OKI, right? And he made a very interesting video, I think, where he interviewed the actual person that came up with the study, which I just found pretty interesting. I'm Asperger's too. Hey, Pigcake, I'm broke. Any advice? Yeah, don't be a magician. Don't be a magician because then you're going to be in a perpetual state of being broke. But apart from that, you're going to have some enjoyment when you do an ambitious card routine. And the ladies go, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. So you get that for maybe 3 minutes until you go back to normal life and realize, oh, I'm just a lonely virgin. I'm just a lonely virgin. Produce playing cards. Yeah, that's one. If you have any sort of artistic ability, try to make a little bit of a hot Kickstarter. I know I've been trying for the past fucking year, but hopefully we can do that relatively soon. I think I mentioned this in a previous live stream. In 2019, in December, I'm like, I'm going to come up with 4 decks. I'm going to come up with 4 decks in 2020. So I'm going to come out with 4 decks, one for each quarter. And that way, it's going to put a little bit of money in my pocket, allow me to make a little bit more production when it comes to the videos on YouTube. And then it's also going to, I think have something that I'm proud of in the community, right? How many decks have I come out with in this fucking November? Zero fucking decks of playing cards. Whereas I look at Pandrea, who sent me his cards the other day, who's come out with, I think, 16 decks this fucking year. What am I doing? What are you doing, Piggy? Huh? Okay, let's look through these. Sorry, I neglected these for a little bit. Why do you even magic? You seem to hate it. Funny enough, Jay Sankey sent me a message the other day saying, dude, you got to stop knocking magic, though. If either you hate it or you love it. Here's the thing. I don't think I knock magic. I think that the thing that I knock the most are magicians. So if you pay attention, at least if I'm doing it purposely, I'm not knocking magic as much as I'm knocking on magicians. Because magic, look at this. Magic has led me to this position in my life. It's been able to, essentially pay my bills for the past fucking 4 years after I got fired from the previous gig. It's been able to make connections that I never would have made, with other people. It's allowed me to do all these things. It's given me a hobby for 20 years that I've enjoyed, coming up with tricks and ideas, and it's really a passion, right? But then you deal with magicians, and magicians are the ones that I dislike, just as a whole. And I think that comes from my disdain for actors. I'm not a huge fan of actors because they're the same type of person. They're the kids in high school and college that want to stand out, and the way they stand out is artificially, right? So I just don't like magicians. I'm not a fan of magicians, but I don't think I have a problem with magic. So that's what I responded to Jay, and it's great advice. He's definitely 100% right. Like, if you're gonna do it, don't knock it. I hate to make a wrestling comparison, but I'm gonna make a wrestling comparison, okay? If you're trying to sell a match between you and somebody else, right? Let's say you're trying to sell a match between you and the other person, and you are the good guy. Why would you make your promo or what you're talking about the other guy? Why would you downplay them? You need to upplay them. You need to say, this guy is the strongest person that I've ever fought. They've beat, all the dudes that they've beat before. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to try my best and I'm going to fuck him up. If I go, this guy's a piece of shit, this guy's nothing, why would I even bother to watch the match if you're just going to smoke him? So you got to make a story, right? I forgot what the comparison was, but there's a comparison there. There's a good comparison there, so fuck off. Let's see. I think you've been doing a really good job of making fun of magicians lately, but try to make it more obvious. Push the artists to be better. Fucking love it, dude. And actors are the same thing. Yeah, exactly. I guess in my interaction with actors, that's why I make that comparison. Because you could tell when an actor walks into the room because they're the ones that have obviously studied vocal classes and they need to project everywhere they go. So they'll be inside of a Wendy's and they'll go, yeah, hi, let me get that number one, please. The number one with the chicken this time, last time I got, and they, spew their fucking like actor voice. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're in Wendy's, man. You're inside of a Wendy's. So no Pigcake fedora bonus with a brick of cake cards coming soon. I'll never make a Pigcake fedora. All right, that's one thing that you could be guaranteed that I'm not gonna make. I've been working on hats though, but it's hard to find a company that doesn't want to completely fuck you and make hats. But I think hats are something because I wear hats every day. I mean, if you look at my hat collection, right, I have a quite substantial hat collection. This being one, right? This being another, right? This being another. We're gonna skip the red one, and there's a pineapple there. Yeah, so I have quite a wearable hat collection. All right. I know some people like Daniel, for example, have about 200 hats, but he only wears one of them. I wear all my hats. I wear all my hats. Including the racist, xenophobic one, apparently. Let's do this. I've asked this 3 times, Pigcake. If you could make a video game, what would it be? I would never make a video game. I would never make a video game. I see all the people that make video games for a living, and I see them, and they all look like, they're these guys. They're perpetually with a fucked back, and I don't want to be that guy. But if I were to make one, it would probably be an FPS shooter that takes place in a school. I hate that I have to look at the fucking camera. That was a good joke. That was a good joke. I'm a programmer, so I want your ideas. I will make it. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Do you not remember when the Columbine kids were a thing and one of them was really big into Doom maps? Doom maps. And they thought that one of them made a map based on the school. And it turns out that was a farce, that actually didn't happen. Do you not remember that? That was fun. I remember that from years ago. It was, I forgot, the Klebold and Harris. Dylan Harris and Eric Klebold. I remember that one of them was into like Doom maps. And the whole thing was like, oh my God, he planned it out on Doom. That wasn't a thing, that he didn't do that, which I just find funny. Why am I streaming early? I don't know, man. My laptop, the internet's been shit. And I lost my hard drive. My fucking hard drive stopped working. So I'm kind of peeved about that. But the internet's been shit because I think we're going to get a tropical storm in the next 2 days. So it makes sense the internet's shite. But I said, hey, you know what? Let's do a live stream on my phone with this new microphone. Look at that. Look at that hot microphone. I get my hands. I could do this. All right? I could do cardistry moves. Look at this. Hey, Jeff McBride, where you at, huh? Where you at, Jeff McBride, huh? Eugene Berger. Where are you, huh? Eugene Berger. Touching kids. Allegedly. Please don't sue me, estate of Eugene Berger. I've only heard a couple stories. Okay. So that's why I decided to do a live stream early. Danny finished his morning session. That's funny. Yeah, Danny bitches at me. Oh, you wake up so late, man. Must be nice to be a YouTube. Must be nice to do YouTube videos. I wake up at 7:30, all right, hungover, because I hate myself. That's what I wake up to. I wake up at 7:30, like, where am I? Huh? What am I doing? 7:30, like a fucking asshole. I should be waking up at a reasonable time. Let's see. Are you still doing Magic Cop? It's one of my favorite things. Yeah, every time I see one, I put one up on the story. And nobody's ever responded to me, man, which is kind of funny. Nobody's ever responded to me in the sense of one of these cunts going, hey, man, dude, I'm just trying to have fun, dude. I'm just trying to have fun. Why are you dogging on my game, man? Nobody's ever responded to me. So I don't know if that means that I need to just trick the algorithm and try to get more followers on YouTube. Sorry, on Instagram, so that, they notice me. Because if I only have the amount of people that I have now, maybe they might not be inclined to care. But if I had like 10,000, they might be like, oh shit, so this guy means business. Which is, by the way, so stupid. that we give people credibility based on an arbitrary number of followers, which now we know that you could definitely game, and it's very easy if you do the right things. We give them more credibility just because of that, whereas their intelligence could be essentially negative. So I don't get that. The new hard drive? No, the old one. The old. Oh, fucking fuck! That's a hot arepa. No, the old one that I had, the SSD, the 1 TB, Atom X, fucking failed on me, man, and that's why I had all my projects. So the last video that I shot on Instagram, I had to redo it like 12 times because the hard drive kept fucking failing. So the one that you saw currently with the blank fan, which is, by the way, one of my favorite things. I love that color change. And I haven't seen anybody else do it. I mean, you're doing this essentially, right? You're doing this bit. Sorry, this should be face up. You're doing this. I haven't seen anybody else do it this way, but you're dropping this one at the same time that this one comes up. So that's what I like about it. And I realized, hey, you know what? You could do this and make the deck look like it's blank on both sides. You can make the deck look blank on both sides. So that was a fun little one. I should post on Instagram more often, but like an asshole, I just I neglect it, and I realized that it could be a really good tool in shooting people over to YouTube and trying to establish credibility in that sense. But instead, like an asshole, I neglect it because again, my marketing is zero. My marketing abilities. Let's see. Is there a place you hang out or a thing you do with Daniel/friends often? Daniel's not a friend. Daniel's somebody that I tolerate on a almost bi or tri-weekly basis. And Daniel tries his best to annoy me. So Daniel would go out of his way and be like, hey man, we're not friends, dude. Come on, bro. But then the entirety of the time that we spend hanging out, he's trying to bother me. So is that a friendship, huh? Is that a friendship when the entire time you spend with me, it's trying to annoy the shit out of me? Could you imagine going somewhere with someone that wherever it is that you go, he introduces you as a YouTube superstar? Could you imagine that? You're trying to eat a burger at Flanagan's, and this guy goes, hey, stand back over here, guys. Let the YouTube superstar come through. Yeah, this guy does YouTube video. You should check it out. That's what I have to deal with. That's what I have to deal with fucking Daniel. And then when I complain about him, he sends his girlfriend at me. He sends his girlfriend at me and says, hey, set him straight. He's talking shit about me. So I'm getting sicked on by a fucking crazy Brazilian. That's fucking tremendous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a couple local bars that I go to on a daily basis. Not daily, but on a weekly basis. There's one here, I think it's called the Mighty. I go there pretty fucking often. And that's about it. I mean, ever since pandemic, I've really have only gone to that one place just because whenever you stand up, I'm not going to get COVID, but I'm going to get cancer because every time you stand up and maybe go to the bathroom, the waiter or the waitress comes in and sprays it down with Clorox and then cleans the chair, cleans the table. You know, they don't let you sit on it for 30 seconds. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm going to get skin cancer. I'm not going to get COVID because COVID's obviously fucking dead. But I'm going to get skin cancer from this fucking just being on bleach all day. So that's one that I frequent. Instagram is good for magic. YouTube not so much. Too much raising cash for the Dems. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You hitting them. You hitting the chubby I keep saying chubby lesbians. I like lesbians, okay? Don't think that I'm being homophobic. I'm not scared of the gays. Okay, I've said this before. But there's a certain look, all right? There's a certain look that the majority of these people have, and it's very common, and it's, you know, it equates to a chubby lesbian look. I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not objective truth in terms of what's observable, right? I'm not saying anything that you can't see with your eyes. I'm just saying it. Most people think it. I'm saying it, okay? Traveling with Piggy is the worst. Traveling with Piggy is the worst. Okay, Daniel. Daniel could not step out of a fucking airplane without doing this. Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold. Oh, it's so cold. Daniel, you expected this. It's Ohio. All right, we're further from the equator. It's going to be cold, you fuck. No, it's so cold here. I can't. Daniel, we need to hurry up, man. This thing's going to do this thing. No. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. Hi, is this organic farm-raised chickens? Are these patties frozen or are they fresh? Well, okay, then I'll get it well done then. That's traveling with Daniel, okay? I'm not homophobic. I'm not afraid of the gays, okay? I'm not afraid of the gays. They're afraid of me. Okay, they're afraid of me. You know what I find funny, by the way, even with all this shit? There's a video I saw yesterday of this Trump going golfing. Because, of course, I mean, you're dealing with, I imagine, an investigation that's probably going to take, several months. And you're going golfing. Fantastic. What a fucking, what a fucking meme. What's this? Daniel, go tell him to your girlfriend. That's my favorite thing. It's like, okay, so I tell something to Daniel, and then he's like, oh, Piggy's bothering me. Piggy's bothering me. He's saying mean things about me. And then she fucking bitches at me, which I just find really funny. As opposed to him fucking bitching at me. The slums of Miami. It was cold, bro. That's funny. Nothing worse than a heterophobic. I'm going to be in Florida over winter. Well, Florida, here's the thing about Florida. Winter doesn't exist for us. I don't know how this thing is going to sound, by the way, with me trying to wash this pot. But we don't have winters here. All we have are colder summers. So right now, last week, for the first time all year, it hit under 80 degrees here. And when it hits under 80 degrees, it's cold. Like to us, that's cold. So all the girls bust out the boots. They start taking out the Uggs. They fucking wear their, their winter pants when it's 79 degrees. 79 degrees. So that's what we have over here, which is quite shit. But the benefit is that you don't have to deal with snow. I don't have to deal with snow. I don't have to shovel anything. I don't have to go to a fucking driveway and then here's the worst part, though. I got my fucking motorcycle back yesterday, of which, Daniel, I'm going to need you to take a picture of me, like Jabrizi, if you're still watching or listening. I need for you to take a picture of me, like Jabrizi, and go, hey, paid $2,300 for a busted V-Star 650 that the Argentinian man told me was in perfect running condition, and I ended up having to pay $700 for a new motor and $1,300 for a new computer and a rewiring of the internal system in order to actually make it run and fire in all cylinders, coming up to a total of $4,500 for a V-Star 650 from 2009. Check. That's what I want to post. So that's what I want to post on that. I might be able to help you recover the data if you need help. I'll walk you through the process. Well, the thing is that it's I forgot the error that it was showing. I don't think the memory's gone from the hard drive. I think it's a power issue. I think that it's a power issue. Hopefully, well, here's the problem. I connected the hard drive to another computer. It didn't work. I connected it to the monitor, and it didn't work. So the monitor is one of these bad boys. I don't know if you could hear me still. I like this. I could walk around and still be here. But it's one of these. So I connected it to this monitor, right? And it wasn't reading the data. So, I mean, luckily I backed it up not so long ago, but there's a couple of videos there that I haven't backed up. Some of the recent YouTube videos and stuff that I've put on Patreon, I haven't backed those up. And the only way to get them now is from YouTube, and they're shite quality. So I guess I'm going to have to deal with that. But luckily I did back up the majority of the stuff. So it's not a complete loss. It's not a complete loss. But the hard drive it's a fucking great one, dude. It's a tremendous, okay, you're definitely not going to hear me now. You're definitely not going to hear me now. If you hear me now, I'm going to be fucking surprised. Let me know if you hear me at this point. If you hear me at this point, there's definite radiation that's going into my body. Okay. There you go. Let me know if you heard me, by the way, that entire time. This is the hard drive. So this is a tremendous one. And it's been great because when I had a full frame, all you got to do is just put this in here. Look at that. And then this is a little bit of a hot monitor. So now it just uses that. I just used it as a hard drive to edit from. And it shat on me, which kind of sucks because it's very nice and I enjoyed it. But I mean, I guess that's the problem with editing videos. Eventually, you're going to get a hard drive failure. But what I love is that I come back, I'm all hyped from the motorcycle. I get this motorcycle. I'm like, let me make a little bit of a hot video for Instagram. Let me edit this all right, and do this hotness. And then what ends up happening is now I have to deal with a fucking, I thought it was a computer issue. I thought it was a computer issue. Use a cloud service. We live in 2020. Yeah, I know, but I rather be in analog. I rather deal with analog and have actual, not have to deal with the internet. Like right now, for example, I don't have internet. I don't have internet because I don't know what's going on with the internet here, but it's being shite. So had I had a cloud service, I wouldn't have been able to access the stuff. So let's go here. We could hear you. We could hear you. That's kind of nuts. I was on the other side of the fucking house. Using Acorn Audio? No, I'm using a Rode mic. It's a Rode mic right there on my upper tit. I'm here, bro, making sure my artist is doing a good job on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I still remember when you fucking said that to Omar, and Omar was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Your YouTube channel?" These eggs came out terrible, by the way. But you know what? Doesn't matter because you know what it is? It's protein. What is protein? Dial-up internet is best. Yeah, I want a 56K. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 56K modem. Just to fuck it up. Oh boy. You know what's funny, by the way? Look what I got recently. Look at this thing. I saw this. Cheap, right? So this is for hangovers. This is for hangovers. I've tried these before, right? When I saw one at the end of the counter, right? And you're apparently supposed to put this in water, and it prevents your fucking you from experiencing a hangover. But all it is aspirin and caffeine. All it is aspirin and caffeine. So this is just this is a great pre-workout because you have an aspirin, 1,000 milligrams, and you have 150 milligrams of caffeine. So you're gonna be fucking wired, and you're gonna feel good. So this is definitely fucking, I would say, pre-workout and less of a hangover. I tried it the other day with a hangover. It didn't fucking work. I was out here feeling the pangs. All the lights bothered me because it's like, oh, why is the world on? Why could the world be off right now? And, cater to the fact that I'm hungover. You'll do it sooner or later, very first episode for your very first deck. Yeah, I've been thinking of going back to that format for a couple of videos. I've been thinking of that. But I don't know, man. I've been thinking of, doing other things on the channel, magic related stuff, not magic related stuff, trying to do that, but more consistently. I've tried that before. And, I've always, I think it's a YouTube slum. And everybody experiences this when you do YouTube videos, but it's, what it is, which is kind of shite, is that you end up doing a project and you end up, spending time researching, doing a video, editing, all the stuff that comes into making a video. And then the video doesn't get a lot of attention. And then you do a video where there's no effort, that has no effort whatsoever. And you see some, traction on that. And you're like, okay, so that doesn't reinforce my wanting to do more elaborate content, because the chances are that I'm going to do more elaborate content and I'm not going to get, as many people as I want to watch it as I want to. Right? So that's kind of the little bit of a slum and the lack of reinforcement that YouTube provides, which is kind of shit. But I think you gotta push past that. You gotta go through that, and still make whatever it is that you can, even if it takes a lot of effort. Doesn't matter. Just in the sense of the art of it, I think that's where I see it as, just doing it for the art of the content, and doing it for the art of not necessarily magic, but doing it for the art of video and that aesthetic. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I want to do more non-magic related videos often, and I want to do more magic related non-tutorial content often. So that's kind of what I want to do on the channel. The tutorials I've done mostly on Patreon for the past year, and I think that's been good, because there I'm more serious, and there it's more of an actual tutorial rather than trying to do it for the YouTube algorithm. But I think that magic related content, like magic related non-tutorial content, and then also magic, just non-magic stuff, I think would be interesting to put on the channel, just as a commentary. Because I think that if you sub to the channel, it's not for the tutorials, but it's for kind of that shitty personality, I guess. So I want to do that more often and see if that kind of helps out the channel. Let's see. I love hearing non-Brits use shite. Yeah, right. I've been unfortunately using that quite a bit, but I like shite. I've been turned on shite. Before, I was not a fan of it because of the dental hygiene that's prevalent, or sorry, that's not prevalent in the majority of the United Kingdom. But I like saying it now. I like saying it now. Piggy does reviews of useless things. I mean, I remember I did a couple reviews of useless things back in the when I was starting off. I remember that was kind of a dumb one. We want to, okay, so Ham Radio says we want to congratulate our president-elect in China. China. Okay, that's going to be great. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I passed by the Freedom Tower yesterday, Daniel, and it was quite a substantial showing. 30 people showed up there with signs for our president-elect, which was interesting. But I mean, that's the democracy. It's democracy. So you really can't complain about democracy and votes being found. But it was good. It was good. I like to see people coming out and doing things that would get them shot in other countries. That's what I like. Let's see. Take maca in the morning and Zima at night. Huge erection. That sounds gross. Best tip for not having a hangover: drink 2 glasses of water and pop 2 paracetamols before going to sleep. I don't know that. I don't know what paracetamols are. I mean, usually for a hangover, I just drink like 2 of these quickly. All right, so 2 of these, I'll fill it up and drink it, and then maybe like an aspirin before I sleep. But then that's if I remember to do that. Most of the time, what ends up happening is I just wake up like this and I go, why? Why is it that I've subjected to myself? This is new to me. This is new to me. I've only started drinking in the past 3 years is when I started drinking. And I realized, I'm like, oh, I didn't know what a hangover was. I just thought, you wake up with a headache sometimes. No, you're dehydrated. You want to hate everything. And then you don't want to eat because you feel like you're going to throw up. And then here's the thing. When you eat, everything turns better. Everything turns better. So that's the secret. You should make a mentalism video where you have a mental breakdown slowly throughout the video. Yeah, that'll be funny. That'll be funny, I think, for the first 5 minutes. I think that'll be funny for the first 5 minutes. And then it's just going to be, it's going to relegate itself to sadness. It's going to just turn into complete sadness. Waking up with a hangover every day. It's called a problem. No, I don't wake up with a hangover every day, Daniel. All right, it just so happens that Fridays and Saturdays, typically, I wake up with a hangover. Today's Sunday. I didn't wake up with a hangover. Look at that. I didn't wake up with a hangover. I woke up fresh, full of life. I'm going to make some breakfast. I'm going to do a live stream. All right. I'm gonna be productive today. Okay. I ordered a thing for my motorcycle because my license plate is dangling like this right now. It's dangling. So I bought a little thing. I got some mirrors I'm gonna install. So I'm excited. All right. I'm excited. Let's see. What's this one here? 2 to 3 shots and 2 beers, decent roll, and no headaches for me. Okay, maybe that's because you're not 5'2", and well, actually no. I have a high tolerance for alcohol. I have a very high tolerance for alcohol, so I could drink a lot without getting hammered. More than people that are, I'm not gonna say double my height, but more than people that are substantially taller than me and bigger than me. I feel like I could definitely outdrink them. By the way, with 3 years. That's not good. That's not good. I don't want to only have been drinking for 3 years and be able to outdrink a lot of people that I know that have been drinking for, 10, 15 years. So that's not a good thing. But it's at least good because I don't get trashed easily. I have to really push myself to get trashed. The other day, I found a new level of hammered for me, which is really angry hammered. Like everything bothered me. I was at a place and I put in my hand for the soap, right? And the soap came out half-assed. And then I put my hand under the sink, the automatic thing, and water didn't come out. And then I kept doing it and nothing worked. And it wasn't a pipe, it wasn't anything. It just didn't work. So I'm left here with soap all over my hands and no water. So I'm like, I kick through the door. I'm like, I go to the other one and it just dribbles water. And I'm like, I fucking hate this. So I'm just kicking things, fucking going through the bathroom. And I discovered a new angry drunk, which is quite humorous. Everything was setting me off. Which was quite funny to the people that I was with, but I would say not funny to me because everything was annoying me. And see, that's why I had to quit day drinking. My girl is your size and can do 8 beer, 5 to 8 shots, and work early. Is she Mexican or Latina? That sounds like a Latina girl to me. or typically Mexican, because there are some places that are what do you call this? There are some places that are yeah, that like or maybe redneck women, like really redneck women that could outdrink them. But Latino women, for some reason, when it comes to tequila, I have tequila here, but I don't drink it. It's just for company. Jose Cuervo is what I have here, right? And then I also bought this that I wanted to give people shots with in case a certain president kept his presidency. Uh, I wanted to hand people shots of rum in Cuban little coffee cups. So they have the little coffee cups that they give it, and unfortunately there was a lot of cops, uh, so I couldn't do that. And also, also the circumstance didn't dictate that to happen. But tequila's trash. I don't understand why basic bitches love tequila. It's garbage. They always do it in shots. The only way that it's tolerable is in cocktails. So the only way that it's tolerable is in cocktails. So you have to make some really decent cocktails with this. But most bitches just go, let's do shots of tequila. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Caro, you're so crazy. Tequila's gross. The one that I've been doing a lot, which is quite substantial, not to sound like a complete alcoholic, but not because of the liquor, but because of the flavor. I feel like a black woman. I feel like an obese black woman because I love Malibu coconut rum. This is what I've been drinking often. This is what I love. Like, this is tremendous. You put this with Dr. Pepper, and it's just coconut Dr. Pepper. There's no liquor taste. There's no liquor. There's no, I mean, you're going to get drunk, but there's nothing that would indicate that you're drinking liquor. It just tastes like coconut flavored Dr. Pepper, coconut flavored Coke, or coconut flavored rum when you put it over ice. So it's quite substantial. I gotta say, this is dangerous. This one's dangerous, but I feel like a really fat black woman every time I drink this, because this is what I've seen a lot of them drink at the the Elks Lodge. So what's this? Why do we gotta be bitches? Did I say that? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call females bitches. I'm very respectful of bitches. There's this restaurant called Bubble Room in South Florida. You should do a video there. It's legit an acid trip without any acid. I mean, I live in South Florida, so I would think that I would know that place. I've never heard about it. I've never heard about it. Hidden cam videos of Piggy at AA meetings. Jesus fucking Christ. Could you imagine? Could you imagine me in an AA meeting? Here's the other one. I got recently triple sec. But this is mostly to just mix, right? This is a nice little fun one. You can make a nice little bit of a margarita with this. So this one's decent. But, I mean, the majority of the ones that I have here are just for cocktails. I don't like drinking straight liquor. I like crafting. Does that make me gay? I like crafting and making stuff. I have recipes for cocktails. So that I think that might make me a little bit gay. But I enjoy it. That's why I got into it. Opinion about Carl Einer Hackner. If you don't know him, just watch him. It's worthy. I don't know who that is. I've never heard. I'm very patriotic, nationalist when it comes to my comedy. There are only people that I tend to watch that are like like Jimmy Carr, people like him. That he's great. There's another one that I saw today recently. That's like a UK based comedian. But apart from that, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I don't look that up. Not because, it's because I just don't be inclined to. Like, I'm not inclined to be like, oh, let me look up the UK comedy scene or the UK. In Magic, yeah, I guess, because, you have people from Spain, people from the UK. You have a lot of Asian magicians, So you have that it makes sense. But, like, when it comes to comedy, what's the other guy? He's friends with Joshua J. I don't know if he's Swedish. Oh, fuck, I forgot his name, but he's good. I'm underage. That was great. Black Russian and old fashioned. Old fashioned for sure. But you really have to be specific with, what do you call this, old fashioned. I think a lot of people kind of do it wrong. I've seen it. And like if you get an old fashioned at like a college bar, that's not an old fashioned, all right? You're getting this much ice. You're getting just, I think, that much whiskey, and then like they'll put Coke in it, and they'll say, "Oh, this is an old fashioned." No, it's not. So an old fashioned is a very easy thing to make. But if you go to a college bar, they don't know how to make it, which is it's on a menu, but they don't know how to fucking make it, which is quite funny. That's my barometer. Anytime I find a new bar, I want to ask them to make me an old fashioned, and then I want to see how they do it, and see if they know how to do it, and then that's how I determine if they're a good bar or not. If they're a shitty bar, then they're gonna ask around. Oh, how do you? What's this? They don't even know what bitters are. They don't know what bitters are. So that's the part that I find quite funny. Gallagher just do LSD. They just have a room of robot elves. That's fucking funny. That sounds like a nightmare, like a fucking fever pitch. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream here. This was quite fun. I'm glad that I can now do a stream with the hands, right? So I could do gay magic tricks while having my voice still be available and not sounding like complete shit. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching this. This is a little bit of a hot one. I'm probably gonna do a video maybe for tomorrow, which is gonna be an interesting one. But apart from that, make sure to always remember that Joseph Biden likes